Hi, Barrick. Hi, Solar. How are y'all doing? Okay. We'll see if I go the full stream length of this tonight. We'll see if I end up switching to something else partway through.
All right.
See a burly, bored-looking guard. State your business, please. I'm just looking around. I'm certain you won't mind just passing along. May I come in? Unless you can demonstrate that you have business here, sir. See, it's not that I'm not enjoying this barrack, because I am very much enjoying this. It's just a matter of, like, sometimes my focus, like, starts drifting. Have more questions. Here to pick up an order. Yes, sir. May we see your receipt? Today's a great day. Yeah, I'm burnout prevention. Sure, I had it on me. Yes, sir, I'm sure you did. However, until you can produce evidence that you have business here, I'm afraid we cannot offer admittance. I will lie to the godsman. Got your E? Nice. Here to put in an order? Sorry, sir, but we're not currently accepting any new orders due to a large project we've undertaken. Check back in about a year, sir. Thank you for your interest. Here to pick up an order? Yes. Sir, you do not appear to have a receipt. Sure, I had it on me. Okay. I wonder if we can find like a portal key into here.
Done.
Oh, I did actually also have one other thing I wanted to try.
I'm gone.
I know this is one hell of a, like, backtracking job I've just given myself by coming here, but... We did see Farod getting attacked by shadows.
Done.
Aye? Aye? What is it you want then?
Did you know, or do you know how Farod died?
I
She shakes her head.
dunno. No one with half a mind would. Farrod got a long shadow, he does. You cross him and you end up getting the stick, you will.
Sorry, give me a sec. Also, hi, Ginger. You don't have to accompany me anymore, Anna. If you need to stay with the buried village,
Nay.
Anna interrupts you.
I don't need to be in the village, and I was wondering what I'd do if Farrod got penned in the dead book I was.
He snorts.
Well, he's probably mounting someone's wall in the hells, he is.
But he's your father, don't you?
Not me real die, wasn't.
Her eyes take on a hard look.
He was greedy and he was stupid. And he was selfish and he was weak.
She frowns.
And now he's dead, that's all.
All right, then. When Farrod went to return the tribute he took from my body, he vanished for a while, then came back, but never left Illwind Court. Do you know where he went?
Oh, aye. To hear tell, Stuttercrutch has got a stash pit somewhere close to him. It's the only reason I can see why he's set up Kip in that filthy, drafty hole, it is. Nothing but stinking shadows.
Really? That's where he puts the tribute he gets.
Aye.
She squints at you.
Now what are you on about? You planning to bob him?
After all that running around to get the sphere for him and then getting next to nothing in return, I'm tempted to.
I'm warning you against such a thing, I am. Farrod can be daft sometimes, but he's mean as all fiend spit when he gets worked up.
She frowns.
And he loves his keepsakes, he does.
But where would he keep it all? If he's been at the village for as long as he says, wouldn't he have amassed quite a collection?
Well,
Anna's silent for a moment.
I know he's never left his hole to get his tribute when he needed it.
You wouldn't want to walk far with that lame leg of his, though.
Aye, that's true. But only if you don't watch him careful. He isn't lame, though he puts on a fair show about being weak in the leg.
That crutch of his could be a portal key? Anna frowns in thought for a moment, then slowly nods her head.
Aye, there's a thought.
She shrugs.
I wouldn't know how you'd use it, though. Maybe you just need to have it.
Maybe we'll find out. Nothing, just checking to see if you're still with me.
Done.
Yeah. Yummy sphere. Why does it smell like rotten custard? 2 to 7 crushing damage. Isn't that bad. Up over here. As you approach the archway, it begins to shimmer faintly. You notice that Ferod's crutch emits a similar glow. Touch. Secrets. Okay, so the Steam achievement that just popped up, it was for finding Ferod's vault. And then it just had a little note that was just like, it stinks in there.
Done.
Cheese. Anna, I know that your dad like literally just died, but like, you know, you gotta loot when there's a loot to be had. The old saying that everybody knows.
I'm gone.
I also found out earlier today that apparently they made a second Icewind Dale game. Like, I'm familiar with Baldur's Gate, like Baldur's Gate, Planescape Torment, like Baldur's Gate 2, and Icewind Dale. I didn't realize that there was a second Icewind Dale game that's apparently built on 3rd edition D&D. And apparently it hasn't gotten an enhanced edition version because they've like lost the source code to it or some shit. Wait, I just realized, did I have her copy? This is a piece of cheese. Just watching Icewind Dale D&D streams. Yeah, there's an Icewind Dale game. Man, I swear, it feels like I'm carrying around like 100 different portal keys, despite the fact that I think I've only got 3 of them. Cheese for everyone. You know, I've never actually played any of the Elder Scrolls games aside from Skyrim. Only became aware of Icewind Dale 2 maybe a year ago, but didn't know they lost the source code. That's the stuff that I was hearing, like, looking around as to why there wasn't a... As to, like, why there wasn't an Icewind Dale 2, like, enhanced edition. I equip this? Yeah, don't mind me. Just let me pull my eye out and put it in my pocket. Actually, better idea. What if I pull my eye out and put it in Morte's pocket?
All right.
But yeah, I can't be 100% like I don't know if the whole thing about them losing the source code is correct or not. I just know that there isn't an enhanced edition of Icewind Dale 2, and that's like the reason that kept cropping up while I was looking around. Oh. Notice an enclosed space beneath the walkway begin to shimmer softly. Once again, Farrod's crutch glows as well. This bitch has secrets within secrets? Ah, okay, it's just an easy way out. Got it. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's neat just like looking at the D&D games because there's a lot of them.
All right.
One of these days I'll take a look at the Spelljammer game. Never mind. I didn't mean to do that. Got some questions. And yeah. How did I get to the store? Here, I know that she sells the drops that heal you. I'm not here to pick them up, but I'll buy some from you. Can I see what you have? -1 damage with all attacks. Ooh. Yeah, I'll buy that. Hey, clearly I was mistaken. Clearly this is the spot with
Come on. Hey, come on.
Done.
But yeah, it's really interesting because there's like quite a few D&D games because there's all of the Black Isle games and there's also all of the Gold Box games. And I've actually got a couple of the like I've got a couple of those like physically. Bro's got infinite healing items. He doesn't want the cheese. I should have. What? You do 1 to 4 piercing damage. Are you proficient with edged weapons? No, she's just got 2 proficiency points in. She has 3 times backstab damage. Oh, okay. Those are like her default weapons. Hi, Ender. How are you? I wonder if there's anything extra we can do with the Tome of Bone and Ash. I've been carrying that since the mortuary. Mgoo. I'm glad. Playing Pokopia.
I'm gone.
I have been very tempted to shell out the money for Pokopia. Because, like, everything that I've seen of it makes it seem really fun.
All right.
It is really frustrating that I can't just go to the world map from here. Like, I have to walk all the way back out. Oh wait, that actually did take me to the world map.
Done.
Oh wait, this is the brothel, isn't it? It is.
All right.
Before you is a stunning golden-haired woman dressed in an azure and violet dress. With two long, elegant wings draped across her shoulders, she's surveying the room with a slight smile. She's easily the most beautiful woman you've ever seen. Greetings.
Well met, traveler. How may I help you?
She's got to be important. She has voice lines. The woman turns as you address her. She takes your measure, then nods slightly. You notice her eyes are azure, the exact same color as her dress.
Well met, traveler.
She reaches up to brush back a stray lock of golden hair.
How may I help you?
Who are you?
Updated my journal.
I am called Fall from Grace.
She studies you for a moment.
You're new to Sigil, are you not?
Fall from Grace, that's an interesting name. She nods.
I'm pleased that you like it, but I'm sure that you didn't come all this way to flatter me. What is it I can help you with?
What is this place?
This is the brothel of slating intellectual lusts.
She studies you for a moment.
I take it by your question that you did not intend to partake of this establishment.
Brothel of slating intellectual lusts. What kind of brothel is this?
I established this brothel to give those lustful fevers that strike the mind more avenues of expression rather than simply carnal. Much pleasures can be had in conversation and engaging in the verbal arts with others.
Sounds dull.
I assure you it's not. Tour the brothel. See for yourselves.
I have to ask, why did you establish such a place? Fall from Grace raises an eyebrow.
That's an odd question.
She frowns.
I don't think anyone has ever asked me that, at least directly.
My apologies, Lady Grace. I didn't mean to be so direct. I was merely curious.
Oh, no apologies are necessary. I'm more than happy to discuss the reasons with you if you wish.
I'd like to hear them, yes.
A part of the answer of your question requires that you know that I'm a member of the Society of Sensation.
That's another faction. Add it to the list. I know the Society of Sensation.
Our faction believes that one should experience as much of the multiverse as possible.
And that's why you established this place?
This brothel is intended to slate the lusts of even the hardened intellectual. It is designed to stimulate the mind, to heighten one's awareness of themselves and others, to create new ways of experiencing another person. It is for those who seek something more than the shallow physical pleasures that fill the hive and lower wards.
I love the phrasing of this. There's also something really funny about using the term fencing in that context, because that fencing in that context evokes a very specific like thought in my brain. I see. So this establishment just encourages intellectual fencing rather than well, the other kind of fencing. Women here must be special indeed.
The women here are aspiring sensates. They have come to me in search of instruction to prepare themselves to enter the faction. Also, many of them have a natural grasp of language that can shatter the crust of the most hardened individual.
Sensates? She bows slightly.
Yes, I am a member of the Society of Sensation. Our faction believes that one should experience as much of the multiverse as possible.
Sorry, my voice is being funky tonight. And the girls here are in training to be sensates.
Yes. I hope that by learning the art of language and its subtleties, the patrons and the students here may learn more about themselves. One is only as limited as their command of the language. To be able to employ language to evoke emotions in others is a tremendous skill.
I see. If I may ask, Lady Grace, the wings on your back, you're not human, I take it?
She's one of the fiends. One of the succubi, she is. She'll take your measure, then she'll take your soul to the lower planes, so she will. Your companion is correct. I am a lesser Tanari. More specifically, a succubus.
He gives a soft sigh.
I'm afraid we're a little too common in the lower planes, and elsewhere for our own good. Most of my race spend their time seducing mortals with the various pleasures of the flesh.
And you?
Updated my journal.
I'd like to think that I've distanced myself from that. It is ultimately a trivial and non-productive way for one to spend one's time here in the multiverse. There's much more to life, wouldn't you agree?
Perhaps so. Would you like to join me on my travels? Anna stiffens, then starts muttering under her breath.
Who's to say she'll be coming with us? We don't need the likes of her. So's we don't.
Ah, that fiendling. Morte clicks his teeth together. I'm all for the succubus coming with us. Ours know you're about as fun as a passing caltrop through your bells.
You'd best latch your bone box, Skull, or I'll rattle you so hard they'll be picking your teeth off the spire. Travel with you?
Balfram Grace smiles slightly. She seems to be ignoring your companions.
That's rather forward of you.
I'd rather be honest with my intentions. You seem extremely pleasant and well-versed in the ways of the plains. A companion with that kind of knowledge would be welcome. Hey, wait just a minute. I'm the one well-versed in the plains. That's my job, Chief. Yeah. Having two people knowledgeable about the plains in our band seems pretty smart to me. Besides, I said pleasant too, Morte. Pleasant on the eyes, maybe. Looks to me like all some chit has to do is show a little skin and you'll sign her right up. Morte falls silent. Not that I mind that, really. I just thought I'd mention it. Shut up, Morte. Noted, Morte. Look, Lady Grace, excuse me if I'm being too forward, but would you care to travel with us?
I appreciate your candor. I shall counter with some of my own. Why should I travel with you?
I'm doing all right, Bulgarian. How are you? Lady Grace, I intend to travel to places perhaps no one has ever been to or could reach. Would that interest you?
That would indeed.
She cups her chin in her hand and thinks for a moment.
Yet.
How exciting can this place be?
I think you would be surprised. If you want me to accompany you on your travels, I need a far more compelling reason than that.
Can I ask you some other questions instead? Let's try again. You're a sensate. Surely there must be a limit to how much you can learn here. I want her in my party. If you're looking for help, perhaps you can help me.
Help. What kind of help were you looking for?
I seem to have lost my memories. In so doing, I've lost myself.
You've been stricken with amnesia?
Balfram Grace looks pained.
How terrible. Do you have any idea how it happened?
Not really, at least not that I can remember. I woke up on a slab in the mortuary, and everything before that is black.
You awoke in the mortuary?
I think the dustman mistook me for being dead, or I was dead or something. All I know is that I regenerate wounds quickly. I could be immortal, but even I don't know that for sure. Oh, I saw... So, I was reading through the instruction manual to Planescape Torment. Just because I was checking something. I was checking to make sure I wasn't missing anything. And, one of the notes in the, instruction manual said something along the lines of, like, you know, oh, you know, in this game you play as someone who's immortal, and then has a thing that's just like, just because you're immortal doesn't mean you can't die. And then the first thing that's listed underneath it is the first thing that's listed underneath it is, don't pick fights with godlike beings. Fall from Grace seems to be appraising you with a renewed interest.
Those scars on your body.
She reaches out a hand as if to touch it, or touch you.
May I?
Sure. Fall from Grace drags her finger across your chest lightly, tracing the edges of your scars and following the curves where they blend into some of your tattoos. She seems fascinated.
These scars do look as if they would have taken several lifetimes to accumulate.
They certainly do, though some are more recent. Fall from Grace steps back.
Some of those wounds would have been fatal to a normal man.
She taps her chin, thinking.
What do you intend to do now?
I need to get my memories back and my life back. I intend to scour the plains and search inside myself until I can piece together who I am and what brought me to this state. Fall from Grace is still thinking, finger tapping on her chin.
I must say, I've never met a man who had lost himself in the literal sense.
She raises an eyebrow.
Forgive me, but your condition is intriguing.
It is that. Fall from Grace nods.
If it will help, you're welcome to tour the brothel. Several of our students are well versed in the verbal arts. Some of them will be able to rekindle your memories.
Or perhaps some of them.
Updated my journal.
This fetching young woman has a faraway look in her soft sea green eyes. Greetings.
Greetings. I'm Yves, the tail chaser.
What a coincidence. I too chase tails. Yves continues unperturbed.
Have you come to trade tales?
I'd like to trade tails. Yves nods.
I would like that very much, yes.
I'll tell her the story of the alleyway of lingering sighs. Yves leans forward to you as you tell the tale of the alley giving birth. She seems to devour your every word. As you finish, she smiles at you.
I shall remember this tale. And now I have one for you. Before I begin, I must ask, do you know what a modron is?
I know what a modron is. Yes, I know what a modron is.
Then I shall tell you the tale of the clock and the quadrone.
Go on.
Once upon a time, there existed a modron. It was newly created, its logic fresh and untested. And it had come to Sigil following the commands of its modron superiors. It knew of nothing but commands and dictates, for obedience and passing along the orders of its superiors. Where you see, modrons are only aware of the commands of their immediate superiors. They have no grasp of a higher authority, until this one.
Go on.
One day it came upon a small shop, within which there was a small clock that could no longer tell time. It was cracked along the edges of the wheels of its hands broken, The Modron immediately set itself to work getting the parts to fix the broken clock.
Go on. Oh, I didn't mean... Wait, I had a question. Go on. Go on. Go on.
It made a new wooden housing for the clock's parts, replaced the bent springs carefully filled and oiled the clockwork, machinery, and carved new hands from the sparse metal available to it. The newly repaired clock's precise ticking reminded it of the great gears of Mechanus, and it comforted it as much as anything may comfort a Modron. And what the Modron never came to understand was that it truly loved this clock it had worked on, and for the reasons it could not explain, elected to remain in Sigil and be one with the clock for the rest of its years.
I have another tale to share with you. Requin's Curse. Yves leans forward as you tell the tale of Requin's odoriferous curse. She seems to devour your every word. As you finish, she smiles at you. I've already read that bit. Go on.
Upon the plain of Ysgard is the Gilded Hall, where those sensates that seek the pleasure of gullet and loin can be found. They indulge in these passions in earnest, never realizing that the doors of the hall never open, and that there is no clear path back to the Civic Fest Hall. They are the unwanted sensates, the ones who do not truly believe in the faction, but instead seek only pleasure for pleasure's sake. Are prisoners who do not realize that they are such truly prisoners?
I'll tell you the story of waking up in the mortuary. Chapters of Dust. Go on.
There are chapters in the Dead Book, the massive tome which the Dustmen keep that records the passing of all lives into the eternal boundary. In this book, there are chapters that are naught but dust. It is believed that the names therein are lost souls who cannot die, but must suffer life eternally until history itself dies, and grants them release.
I'm going to regret clicking on the Ask One of My Companions if they have a story, because Morte's definitely gonna pop in. Dekan, do you have a story to trade? Dekan nods solemnly. I shall impart the tale of Akali drowning. Dekan tells the story of Akali, a foolish Githzerai of myth who became lost in the chaos of Limbo. Normally, a single Githzerai may use their focus and mental discipline to form the chaos around them into a small habitable environment. Akali, however, asked so many useless and unfocused questions in her quest to return home that her Isle of Matter dissolved around her and she drowned. I've seen this screenshot before, actually. That's incredible. Yves smiles.
Fascinating, Dekan. Let me share with you and your companions another version of your tale that I have heard.
Dekan looks attentive and perhaps a little surprised. Go on, Yves. Yves goes on to tell a different version of Dekan's tale, in which Akali was driven from the Githzerai society of... Fuck, I don't remember how to pronounce this. Troct lore? For her constant useless prattling.
One day she encountered a Slotty on its way to the spawning stone. She hastily erected a wall of chaos matter, which even the ravenous Slotty found difficult to break down. Hungrily it waited and spoke to her through the wall. She asked it questions, and she became more absorbed. And as she became more absorbed in her pointless queries and the Slotty's answers, her own wall decayed and collapsed upon her, and thus she drowned in the matter of limbo.
Anna, do you have a story?
I'm no good at telling such things, I'm not.
She frowns and waves her hands as if trying to shoo away the idea.
Don't I be asking me for such nonsense now?
Yves smiles at Anna.
But I would very much like to hear your story.
Please share your story, Anna. Come on already, Fiendlin. You already have one tail you won't part with. Anna looks uncomfortable, her tail lashing slowly back and forth.
Well, I know one story.
She suddenly becomes angry, glaring at Yves.
But you might not like it. You won't, so don't be blaming me for you choking it out of me.
Go ahead. Anna scowls, then finally relents with an exasperated sigh.
I heard a story when I was a wee lass. This Burke's walking home real late near Antipeak and passes an old toothless crone in the dark. An otherwise empty street. Where you going? She asked him.
Go on.
Home, to me wife and Kip, he says. Near the slags, she asks him. Sure enough, he says.
Go on.
So she asks him a favor, to take a box she's got to a debtor's pit, and give it to the woman there. Now this Burke's a real sap, too nice to say no despite the fact he's sure something's not quite right about this old crone.
I'm sorry for the way that I have to keep, breaking this up. My brain struggles to read big blocks of text like this. Hell, my brain struggles to read 2 lines of text stacked on top of each other.
But what's the woman's name, he asks. Where does she live? And where should I look for if she's not by the debtor's pit?
Go on.
The woman hands him the box, a wooden thing wrapped in colored cloth, and tells him to just go and she'll be there. Finally, she warns him, and whatever you do, do not open the box.
Go on, Anna.
So he takes it home with him and hides it in the rafters, thinking he'll bring it by Debtor's Pit when it's light out. His wife, though, seeing him hiding the box, gets right jealous, thinking it's a gift for a lover or something, and opens it up as soon as he's not looking.
Go on.
Well, turns out the box was full of gouged out eyes and 7 male members with the hair still on them.
Oh my god.
The scream brought the Burke running. He remembered what the crone said, got right scared, and wrapped the box back up. He went straight away to Debtor's Pit, and sure enough, there was another old hag waiting for him there. He hands her the box, and she says to him, "This box has been opened and looked into."
Yeah, the cock box.
The poor Burke tries to deny it, but she gets this dreadful look on her face. "You've done something horrible," she tells him, then disappears. That done, he hurries back to his kip.
Go on, Anna.
He's feeling ill when he gets back and takes to bed. His wife bitterly regretted opening the box and all, but it was too late. The next day he died of a rotten disease, and the first thing to go was his eyes instead.
Anna nods grimly, her tale complete. Yves smiles.
That was a wonderful tale, Anna. You should never hesitate to share it. Now, I've one for you and your companion. The parched land.
Go on.
Once a large village was struck by a terrible drought. A farmer journeyed to the worshipping stone, and again implored it as to the cause of the drought. He asked the stone why it did nothing when the fields were parched and dying, why the animals and the people suffered, while the stone did not a thing. Have we not given enough offerings? The farmer asked, begging almost upon his hands and knees. But the stone did not respond. It merely sat and cast its shadow.
That was the whole conversation? Wild-looking tiefling girl meets your gaze with an angry scowl. Her tattooed body is practically naked, covered only with a narrow leather thong, a black cloth brazier, and armored shoulder pads that appear to serve more as decoration than actual protection. Her spiked hair, as well as the thin fur that covers her goat-like legs, is brassy white, and numerous silver rings dangle from her ears, nostrils, lips, and brow. She wears a leather collar around her throat with the inscription Kimasi Addertongue. Greetings. Max. I'm just gonna pronounce it as Kimasi. Massey bares her teeth at you.
And just what are you looking at, you banged up sod?
My friend thought you were attractive, but whoa, was he ever horribly mistaken. Morte. She sneers at Morte, then looks below him, where his body would normally be.
A sharp tongue for a stemless debtor.
That's enough, you two. Sure, Chief, whatever. What a witch, huh? Morte humps, then waggles his eyebrows. I like that. I'm sure you do, Morte, but I need to talk to her. Tiefling rolls her eyes.
And what makes you think I care? Why don't you lick my backside?
My tongue's not wide enough and I don't like hair in my mouth. That's enough. Rolls her eyes.
Pike off then.
Where the fuck are you going? You lot fucking move. Money. This alarmingly voluptuous woman has a thick mane of wavy, raven-colored hair, bluish skin, and shimmering crimson eyes like rubies, which have fires lit behind them. Though she's not beautiful in the typical sense of the word, her features are exotic and not altogether unattractive. Greetings. The woman's voice is deep and sensuous.
And my greetings to you, sir.
Her burning eyes roam over you.
I'm Kasai Saris, so tell me, what might I do for you,
Anything, Morte cries. Do anything you want to me. Kasai laughs heartily, revealing canines long enough to be considered fangs. She shakes her head and smiles at Morte.
Truly, though, please, what can I do for you?
Well, what do you usually do for patrons?
Talk, of course, usually about dreams. Often those erotic in nature, but not always.
Kasai winks at you, smiling.
So, would you like to tell me yours? Don't be shy. I've heard everything, you know. Nothing will shock or surprise me. And I so love to hear people's dreams. We can trade if you like too, but you must go first.
Look, Morte is extremely thirsty. I don't have dreams, actually. Kasai arches her eyebrow in surprise.
Truly? How sad. Even fiends and devas dream, you know. Are you certain you don't?
Quite certain, no dreams at all.
Too peculiar. I'm at a loss as to what to say.
Did have some questions. If you don't mind my asking, what are you? Sai shakes her head.
What, can't you tell?
She draws herself up, thrusting her ample bosom toward you.
A woman.
She raises an eyebrow.
I can see my answer doesn't please you. I'm plain touched, actually. Like your friend here.
Kasai indicates to Anna.
That's all you need to know.
I was thinking she was going to be a vampire, but no, she's just another tiefling. What are you doing here?
Entertaining your questions, it seems.
She winks at you.
Really, though, I'm a student at Mistress Grace's. All the prostitutes in the brothel are.
Student?
That's right. The brothel is actually a school for women who are thinking of becoming sensates. Mistress Grace teaches us the ways of language so that we can better identify with ourselves and those around us. It lets us experience the planes more fully, you know?
Tell me about him.
The Society of Sensation believes that the multiverse can only be understood by experiencing it. The more you experience, the closer you are to understanding the dark of the multiverse. Intriguing, huh? I think I was born to be one. I just want to know things.
Can you tell me about this place?
Certainly. The brothel of slating intellectual lusts is actually a school for women.
Yep, this is the same. Got another question. You know anything about Ravel Puzzlewell?
No, nothing.
Are you sure? You seem suddenly upset. She narrows her red eyes at you.
Of course I'm sure. Don't ask me of her again.
Very well. I actually think I could have asked her down here about Ravel Puzzlewood as well. You know anything about Ravel Puzzlewood?
The Tale of Ravel Puzzlewood.
Oh wait, this was a high-pitched voice.
Frightener of children begins and ends with a question. What can change the nature of a man?
Go on.
Many were the times she posed this riddle unto those who approached her, those who sought to glean from her the strange magic she alone seemed to possess. All attempted to answer her query, but to no avail, and they found the price of their wrong answer to be some horrible fate. Always more terrible than the last victims. To recount their various torments would be to speak things that nightmares are woven from.
Go on.
The tale strikes me in this way. Ravel herself knew not the answer to this question, but she lusted for such an answer.
Hi, Mixby. I hope you're doing good. Enjoy your lurk. What can change the nature of a man? Estrogen.
why of the matter remained in question. Why did the nature of a man matter to one such as the Grey Sisters? Especially to one of such power as Ravel. Or Ravel.
Has it been Ravel this whole time and I've been saying it wrong? Ravel? Ravel? Go on.
It is said she put the question to the Lady of Pain. Not directly, but shouted it to Sigil itself. Daring for the lady to answer. When no reply was forthcoming, she wove terrible magics that threatened to open the cage and let the fury of the plains roll in like a wave.
Go on.
She received no answer other than banishment. To this day, no one knows the answer to Ravel's question. And now there's no one to petition, but Ravel herself is gone, lost to the plains.
Updated my journal.
Updated my journal. What can you tell me of the silent prostitute?
Updated my journal.
Echo.
Yves frowns, thinking.
I once heard a tale of a girl who knew the word that, if spoken, would undo the multiverse. Perhaps this is Echo. Ask Delora, though. I understand that she sometimes meets with one who knew Echo before she stopped speaking.
Squinting at the figure behind the partition, you can barely make out a shapely female form in the darkness. She turns to you, but you can see nothing of her face. Greetings. The figure answers in a voice that's slow and deadly, like a steel dagger drawn across stone.
Yes? Come to speak with Marissa, have you? Quite rude of you to enter a darkened room, storming behind my partition, like, so rude and foolhardy.
You can hear a faint whispering sound like a slight breeze or the hissing of serpents. Morte whispers quietly. Whoa, creepy shit. My apologies, my lady. I wasn't sure if someone was here. Woman gives a slight
But it would seem there is someone in this room, wouldn't it? Shall you be on your way then?
Not just yet. I had some questions.
Ask.
Why do you remain behind the screen?
Is it your wish that I step away from this partition into some patch of light and speak to you face to face?
Marissa laughs, and there's the sound of scales and sliding on scales.
Nay, I think not. The darkness suits me, and doubtless suits you as well.
Please come into the light.
Nay, and the addition of please will not serve to persuade me. Now what do you want? Surely you did not come all this way to see me.
I do want to see what you look like.
You have no such want.
Oh, I do.
What do you look like? The darkness hides us both. Let's make it a game. I'm frightfully bored. Let me guess. Are you a human male?
I think so.
You think so? How could it not know?
It's kinda complicated.
Indeed. In must be too great for a mere mind such as mine to grasp.
I really have no sure idea of what I am.
Truly. That's almost interesting.
There's the sound of hissing in the darkness.
Describe yourself for me.
I'm tall, muscular, and horribly scarred.
Indeed.
She pauses for a moment.
How were you so horribly scarred? Wait, never mind. I do not wish to know.
Now describe yourself. Marissa describes herself as a shapely, pale-skinned, beautiful woman with a forked tongue, hair made up of writhing asps, and glowing eyes, which you assume she must be keeping shut. Oh, was she a Gorgon? You a fiend?
Updated my journal.
Marissa laughs lightly, sound accompanied by a slight hissing.
No, hardly. Though I've powers some might call fiendish. My glance turns living things to stone, for instance. From beings of flesh to sanctuary with the bat of an eyelash.
Living things to stone? Could you turn, say, That must be inconvenient at times.
Updated my journal.
You think so? That must be why I sit here alone, in the dark, hiding behind a partition.
Though you can't see Marissa, you're certain she's sneering. She suddenly sighs.
If only I knew where my crimson veil had gone. Have you seen it, perchance?
No? What's it for? Is it just a normal veil? Marissa sighs quietly.
No, not quite. It aids me in communication. Face-to-face communication, that is.
Why do you need to hide your face?
Enough with these asinine questions. How tiresomely annoying you are. Now, what do you want?
Do you know anything about Rayville Puzzlewall?
Updated my journal.
No. Do you?
You hear an annoyed sigh from out of the darkness.
Go ask Yves. She collects many tales and can probably tell you something of use.
Oh yeah, you can actually see it very slightly. You can see the snakes on her model here. Just a little bit. Some questions. I'm trying to find Marissa's Crimson Veil. Do you know where it might be?
Updated my journal.
No, I haven't seen it since the last time she wore it out. But Nenny might have seen something, so try asking her. I'll admit, it's been nice. Marissa won't leave her chamber without the veil, and so we've all been spared her foul tongue, leaving us only Kimasi to deal with.
Kisai smirks.
That Kimasi's the worst of the two, though.
How so?
Marissa's haughty and mean, but Kimasi, she's a bitter, spiteful monster of a woman, with a venomous tongue and the demeanor of Balor.
Or of a Balor.
I can't see why anyone would want to speak with her. I sincerely doubt her appearance makes up for that flaying, poisonous mouth of hers. but she receives patrons nonetheless.
Updated my journal.
Well, here you are, looking as ugly as ever. Back for some more Kimasi abuse, eh?
I had some questions. Tiefling rolls her eyes.
And what makes you think I care? Why don't you lick my backside?
I'm gonna make a save real quick. Don't like hair in my mouth.
Oh, well, you seem to like the taste of Ophal in your mouth, you dung-breathed cretin.
Only because it's like kissing you, you mangy stinkpot.
Kiss me?
She makes a retching sound.
I'd rather kiss a bloody mass of phlegm than lay my lips on you. No thanks.
Don't think me, think the power of someone actually wants to kiss you. Kimasi looks at a loss for something to say. For an instant, a smile threatens to crack her grimacing mask of her face. Then she becomes more of a basilisk than ever.
All right, what do you want of me?
Questions answered. She looks annoyed.
Fine, whatever. Ask.
Say, can you teach Morte here to be more abusive? What a fucking dialogue prompt out of context. Let's see what this says. She raises her eyebrows.
And now that's an unusual request. I don't know. It seems pretty foul-mouthed already.
He seems pretty foul-mouthed. Kimasi Balderdung, you scruffy goat-gamed harlot.
You wish you had legs like mine, you pitiful wretch of a bone box. I can walk, run, dance. What do you do? Bob around wishing you had a pair of goats or otherwise?
The two of them lay into one another, exchanging barbed, blistering insults and clashing with razor-edged tongues. At last, the two stop their bickering. An eerie silence settles over them as they eye one another hatefully. Finally, the tiefling makes a grudging admission to Morte.
You're not bad. Really, not bad at all.
Better than you, perhaps?
Morte waggles his eyebrows at her. Kimasi narrows her eyes at Morte.
Don't push it, Skull.
New taunts, all right.
I won't, tiefling. I'll admit, I might have learned a thing or two, though. Good thinking, Chief.
Sure thing, Morte. Kimasi returns to you.
So is that all you wanted? I'm not spending any more time near you than I have to.
Got some questions. What can you tell me about the silent prostitute?
What, that echoed shit? Don't know anything about her. Don't talk to the girl. I mean, why? Not like she can talk back. Ask Frigid Delora about her. I think I saw her playing Go with an old crush of Echo's. Back from when she could talk.
Hi, Kitsune. I'm trying to find Marissa's Crimson Veil. Do you know where it might be? She smirks.
Up your arse, perhaps? Hells, I don't know.
Kimasi smooths back her hair, which instantly springs back up into a spiky mess. Do you know anything about Ravel Puzzlewell?
What would I know about her? I look like a scholar or something to you? Go ask someone more learned. Or Yves. She'll probably have at least one story about her in that pile of tales she carries about in her bone box. Oh, and squat on a halberd while you're at it.
Been lurking a lot lately. Ah. Very well then. So did that give Morte like I think that upgraded Morte's litany of curses. Oh, we're at the brothel. Hi, wizard. This dark-haired, pale-skinned woman has a cultured, refined look about her. As she turns to you, you note that her eyes, which you had previously thought to be gray, are the color of brushed steel. Greetings. The woman's voice is soft, calm, and without inflection. It has a certain faraway quality, as if somehow not attached to her.
Greetings. I am called Delora. May I serve you, somehow?
What ways? She blinks her eyes, then touches a hand to her heart, bowing her head slightly.
I am able to debate any scholarly or academic matter quite proficiently. If that is your wish, I am also well versed in various games of strategy, should you wish to play something, though I have the materials for few such games here.
Debate, you say? Delora nods.
That is correct. I am neither a tome nor a tutor. I have no desire to educate my patrons. Should you have a matter to discuss, however, the 15 factions and their effect on Sigillian politics, the most effective battle stratagems for warring in Acheron, the meaning of existence itself, I would be most pleased to choose a counterpoint and engage you in debate.
I'll choose a topic and see if I can best her. Choose a topic and begin. The debate lasts a long time as the two of you exchange points and counterpoints, each attempting to methodically undermine the other's position. As you speak, a strange feeling begins to come over you, a memory trying to surface. Memories of a great hall begin to form in your mind. A vast place, full of well-dressed elites. A formal ball was taking place. Before you was a small, impeccably dressed fellow who wore a golden medallion. It was emblazoned with a symbol you dimly recall as the sign of one. The two of you stood in a circle of onlookers who've gathered to listen to your debate. But that's impossible, the man was saying, looking perplexed. Oh, but it is, you recall yourself replying. I've made several inarguable points and giving you a number of examples. You simply don't exist. But you can't... Were I to accept that, I'd... Yes, you'd cease to exist. Without a flash of light or puff of smoke, with no fanfare of any sort, the man was simply gone. The onlookers oohed and awed, some clapped. You remember giving a flourishing bow and walking away, a small satisfied smile upon your lips. You suddenly realize Delora's watching you closely.
Are you feeling well? We might finish our discussion at another time, should you like?
Now, let's continue the debate. Though Delora is extremely hard-pressed to beat you, she eventually prevails. Her infallible sense of logic at last wins out over even your most brilliant arguments. She seems to take no joy in her victory, however, merely nodding in approval.
You are a most skilled debater. There is no denying. I feel that had you time to perform some research, I might not have bested you.
Thanks. Delora nods.
If you would like, we can debate once more upon the same topic. I could argue your position this time, should you desire it.
Are you always so ruthless in a debate? Delora nods.
Mistress Grace instructed me to show no mercy for another of her students. For another of her students always allows a patron to win after a lengthy debate. It was Mistress Grace's desire that I provide a different sort of experience for the clientele.
It very well could be, Solar. I do know that high int gives you more dialogue choices, and I believe high charisma gives you the ability to lie. I see. Can we play a game now?
Of course. Is there anything in particular you wish to play?
No, I don't really remember any games.
Here then. Allow me to show you one.
Delora brings out a thin lacquered box, which unfolds into a small board marked with a grid. Contents of the box prove to be a number of polished stone chips, half of them black, half of them white.
This game goes by many names. Shall I explain the rules to you?
Yes, please. Delora explains to you the rules of the game, how the chips are moved, how one bests one's opponent. It seems somehow faintly familiar to you.
The rules are simple, yes, but a great deal of complexity lies within the game itself. It takes a great deal of time to master. Shall we play?
Yes, let's. As you play, you come to realize that you've done so before. You recall various ploys and strategies that have won you previous games, trying every trick you know to beat her. Suddenly a strange feeling comes over you, a memory trying to surface. Memories of a smoke-filled field of battle begin to fill your mind. Atop a great hill overlooking the fighting, you sat, mounted upon a massive four-legged beast. The braying of horns carried your orders to troops below. Even as you watched, your forces divided, fleeing left and right as the foreign army fought its way up the hill to slay the enemy lord, you. Hi, Chuckling Bird, how are you? Fools, you thought, lips curling into a wicked smile. My knights shall charge down the hillside and stop their advance in an instant. In the very moment my retreating footmen will fall in to crush their flanks. And yet another victory soon to be mine. You suddenly realize Delora is watching you intently.
Are you feeling well? We might take up the game another day, if you so wish.
No, let's continue. Throughout the game, Delora seems to counteract all but your most crafty moves, one after another. Despite your best efforts, you at last fall beneath her well-calculated strategies. She does not smile or gloat, however, but quietly begins to put the game away.
You're a fine player. In time, I'm certain you could become a master of the game.
Do you always play so mercilessly? Okay, that's more or less the same thing that I had some questions. That's more or less the same dialogue that we had previously. Delora casts her eyes to the floor with a sound that might be a sad sigh.
I am willing to serve you as a patron, but have no wish to answer other questions at this time. My apologies, but I fear you shall simply have to bear with that for the time being.
What's wrong? Anything I can help you with?
Updated my journal.
He looks up from the floor and into your eyes. Once more, you're struck by the pale smoothness of skin, the cold depths of her silvery eyes.
No. I fear not. My troubles are a matter of the heart. In time, I think all things shall be resolved.
Certain there's nothing I could do?
Certain?
Delora pauses as if thinking.
No, I'm not. My first love, Merriman, possesses still the keys to my heart. So long as he has them, I shan't be free to love another. This is the cause of my melancholy.
Why don't you seek him out? Speak to him. Delora shakes her head.
I may not leave this place. The reasons why are deeply personal, and not to be shared with strangers, even ones who might bestow a kindness upon me. But suffice to say that I cannot seek out Merriman myself.
Then I'll find this Merriman and speak to him on your behalf.
Updated my journal.
Delora nods, the slightest hint of a smile appearing on her lips. She bows her head.
Were you to find and speak with Merriman, I would be most grateful. He's a member of the Society of Sensation, so you may wish to ask him at the Civic Fest Hall.
I'll return when I find him. Farewell.
Right. We need to set up Kip now.
I must rest.
How are you fatigued? I guess that's because we haven't, like, slept somewhere.
I'm gone.
Where the fuck can I sleep? I guess I could go back to the hive, but like... I hope you have a good day at work, Wizard. Oh wait, this is a very incorrect spot.
Done.
EP time.
I'm gone. Done.
You know, I actually really appreciate the fact that it lets me fast travel around as need be. I like how I've just got Morte carrying around my eyeball. I wonder if we can actually like find I wonder if we can find Morte a body.
I'm gone.
Okay, so that's at the Civic Fest Hall. The Civic Fest Hall is another area in the Clerk's Ward. I also want to check Nemel. Oh look, some Modrons. This dark-haired young woman is staring listlessly off into space, slightly miserably and occasionally picking at the seams of her green velvet gown. It's difficult to discern whether she's depressed or simply bored. Greetings. I mean, you're not wrong, Solar. She gives you only the briefest of glances before staring off into the distance once more.
Greetings, yes. I am named Juliet. How may I... Oh, never thou mind. Leave me be, please.
She gives an exasperated sigh. What's wrong?
Oh, nothing at all. Only that I spend my days gazing into the face of mediocrity, seeing if anything can erase this dreadful, tedious passage.
Is your life so tedious?
Alas, it is.
She sighs, closing her eyes and massaging her temples.
Dreadfully boring.
Perhaps I could make it less boring for you, milady. Hips fedora.
No. 'Tis kind of thee to offer, though. I'm already with a man, sir, and I do love him dearly. 'Tis just that I wish...
She taps her finger against her chin.
something more of our liaison.
Is there a problem with the relationship?
Yes, there is a problem.
She huffs.
In that there are no problems to speak of. Our families took to the news of our courtship splendidly. The siblings love my siblings, and our friends think our union to be blessed by the powers themselves. All fine and good, but things are going
She frowns.
so smoothly. 'Tis not right to have such a trouble-free courtship.
I don't know about that.
Dost thou not? Hast thou ever heard of such a courtship?
He glances briefly at you.
'Twould seem that thy life is filled with a variety of problems, judging by the pallor of thy skin.
Pallor? Is that how that word's pronounced? I can't remember any courtships I have had. The remnants of the ones I have encountered suggest that I may have had some problems.
And 'tis just that all my friends have such interesting relationships. One's fraught with turmoil, feuding families, daggers at one another's backs, poison, mad siblings, and irate fathers with large swords. I have a lover whose family loves me and whom the world loves.
She sighs again.
A great source of annoyance. How I wish I could formulate some way to spice things up.
Morte floats close to you, whispering, I feel sorry for her lover. He doesn't know how bad he has it. Shit like this is nothing but trouble. That doesn't sound wise, Juliet. Relish what you have.
I wish to experience troubles, though. I wish to experience the ups and downs of courtship. But with him, no other.
She sighs.
Such a thing as love. It can be dull as a club, and is of no use to an aspiring sensate.
What do you have in mind to spice things up?
I am not sure. Some element of danger or jealousy. Something intense.
I can pretend to be a jealous suitor if you want. I can pretend to be a jealous suitor if you want. Juliet glances at you, then scoffs.
Oh, I highly doubt that... Actually, that idea 'tis not half as addled as I thought at first thought. Thou dost certainly look dangerous enough.
She looks you in the eye as if appraising a horse.
Art thou as rugged and tough as thy appearance would indicate?
They don't make him any tougher than me, I assure you.
Thou shalt do this for me, then.
Yes, I'll do it.
Excellent. My love,
Oh my god, that's just textual. Juliet and Montague. Really?
My love, Montague, may be found within the Civic Fest Hall. I thank thee.
Of course, I'll go speak to him.
Updated my journal.
Have you tried pegging? That's a much better joke than I was trying to formulate. She was just like, it's just so boring, and I was just like, my first my first instinct was like, you should try knife play. This striking young woman has skin the color of burnished. What is burnished copper? A translucent white dress held precariously by golden clasps is draped carefully over her shapely form. Greetings. The woman nods and smiles briefly. The scent of her hair, sweetly perfumed, fills your nostrils. I had some questions. She nods. I'm trying to find Marissa's Crimson Veil. Do you know where it might be? She shakes her head, shrugging, and gives you an apologetic look. Okay. Cool room. We haven't talked to a Vivian yet, have we? This tall, elegant woman with her sharp features and regal demeanor is a striking example of aristocratic beauty. Her clothes appear to be spun of silver thread, and a small phial dangles from her necklace. She's perfumed with an exotic, erotic scent that appears to draw you toward her. Greetings. She looks you over, arching an eyebrow to what you sense to be disdain. Or with what you sense to be disdain.
Greetings. My name is Vivian. Am I to presume I'm being summoned?
No, I just had some questions. He nods imperiously.
Go on, then.
What's that incredible smell? She smiles at you.
I thank you for your compliment, but I assure you this particular aroma is a bland and paltry odor in comparison to my personal scent.
He sighs. Your personal scent?
Yes. I have a particular scent that seems to have gone wandering. 'Tis somewhat difficult to keep in one place. I hope that someone did not take it by accident, though you never know with the ladies around here.
She frowns.
So, by any chance, have you smelled it somewhere?
How can a scent go wandering? Vivian shakes her head.
I had meant to infer that it had been taken. The ladies here are a bit jealous at times, and have been known to take my various perfumes for themselves. This time, though, someone has absconded with my own personal scent. I worked on that scent, perfected it, and now poof, 'tis gone. I need not bear such annoyances.
Vivian stomps her feet.
I want that scent back, and I want it now.
How would you know if you found it?
You would know it by smell, I assure you. 'Tis quite striking, especially to men.
I can help. Vivian seems dubious.
Are you certain? I do not wish to impose.
No imposition. I'm pleased to help such a lovely
Updated
woman.
my journal.
Anna mumbles something angrily. You catch the words piking and idjit stick. Thank you for the hydrate. Vivian smiles and nods to you.
You are too kind. Very well. If you run across it, please let me know. I'm somewhat anxious to get it back. A one-of-a-kind scent, really.
I'm trying to find Marissa's Crimson Veil. Do you know where it might be?
Were I to know its location, I'd set it alight and cast its remains into the deepest pits. And may that wretched thing never find her precious veil, and be confined to that chamber for the rest of her days.
Vivian harumps.
How may I help you?
Okay, I'm gonna start breaking shit. Please pay no attention to the fact that I'm about to break open your thing with a pry bar. A love letter.
Done. Forced it.
Don't mind me, I'm not taking any of your shit. I'm just looking inside of all of your containers. There's a hidden door here?
Forced it. Forced it. Forced it.
I wonder if breaking open the locks on things makes you a bad person.
Open. Forced it.
Nenny Nine Eyes. This petite, attractive young woman is smiling blissfully and humming to herself. Her wide, pale blue eyes seem to constantly drink in her surroundings as she looks about. Greetings. Smiling young woman curtsies gracefully and looks up at you, smiling.
Well met, good sir. I'm Nenny. And how are you this fine
She suddenly notices your scars and places a gloved hand over her mouth.
Oh my, you're hurt.
She blinks.
All over.
Morte spins around you, mocking the girl's obliviousness. Powers above, Chief. She's right. Never knows before. You're covered in scars. They're old scars. I'm fine. She nods quietly, lowering her hand. Had some questions.
Huh?
She can't seem to terrorize from your scars.
Oh, how shameful of me. Don't mind my rude staring. I'm named Nenny.
She makes a little curtsy.
And it is my great pleasure to welcome you to our brothel for the slating of intellectual lusts.
She returns to staring at your body.
You have tattoos under those scars, too. What's that one?
Points to one of your tattoos. That one's...
Looks fascinating. Look at the way the lines of ink... I think that's ink.
She squints at the tattoo, then reaches out to touch it.
I think that's ink.
She traces a finger around the edge of the tattoo.
Is it ink? And what a pattern. Look at the way the lines intersect here.
She touches the center of the tattoo.
And that's simply amazing.
She purses her lips and frowns in disappointment.
I could make it out better if there weren't so many scars.
There's nothing to be done about the scars. They're permanent.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Pot's on me for even mentioning them.
She cringes.
But I have to know. Are you absolutely sure you're alright? I'm looking at you and I can't help but believe that you're not in some pain.
I have amnesia, but that's all.
Amnesia?
And then he blinks, then brightens.
Loss of memory. You're so lucky.
She chimes perkily.
Everything must be so new to you.
Yeah. Hi, Maddie. How are you? That's an angle I hadn't considered. Nanny claps her hands delightedly.
I'm so pleased I could open your mind to the idea. I've heard that's what being a sensate is all about. Bringing new experience to others.
Had some questions? Yeah, I did enjoy your joke. I'm trying to find Vivian's scent. Do you know where it might be? And then he frowns deeply. What?
Oh, I just can't. I can't say anything bad about anyone. I'm just no good at it.
It's not bad to point out a thief, Nenny.
Oh, but I don't know if she's a thief.
Nenny bites her lip and looks at you with pleading eyes as if she just wishes you to leave the topic alone. Look, why don't you try and say something not nice about her?
Oh, all right.
Nenny puts her hands on her hips and frowns deeply, almost exaggeratedly. You resist the temptation to laugh.
Oh, I dislike her very, very much.
She pauses for a moment, then looks at you out of the corner of her eye, as if gauging your reaction.
Was that convincing?
No, not really. And Nenny frowns.
I knew I wouldn't be any good at this.
She looks up at you, depressed.
Do you know how hard it is to say bad things about someone? It feels so wrong.
Why don't you practice on me, Nenny?
I suppose I could try.
She looks dubious.
You big, mean, nasty brute.
She puts her hands on her hips.
Meanie.
She looks at you.
How was that?
Put more accent on brute.
You pig, mean, nasty brute.
Better. Now hit me. And he clamps her hands over her mouth, looking shocked.
Oh, I couldn't. I mustn't.
She blinks.
How does one hit somebody anyway?
Go ahead, do it lightly, if you have to. Remember, I'm a mean, nasty brute. I deserve it. Nenny slaps you. You barely feel it. She still looks shocked and frightened she hurt you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Did that hurt? Tell me you're okay.
Don't break character, Nenny. Come on. Show me what you've got. You can say something bad. Just let it all out.
Oh.
Nenny draws her tiny frame to its full height, balls her hands into fists, then puts them on her hips, and scrunches up her face in a cute scowl.
Oh, damned be you. You deserved that for all the indignities you put me through. Going out late at night.
Her eyes roam up and down your body.
Getting into fights and getting all scarred up. What are the kids going to think,
Excellent.
Oh, don't you excellent me. Like I'm some backlicker looking for your approval. I'm my own woman, and this woman is about to walk out of your life unless you get some solid commitment.
All right, that's enough. Nenny punches you. You barely feel it.
Take this.
She punches you again.
And this.
He punches you again, promptly turning into a little fist-flailing whirlwind. Okay, time to let go of the anger. Nenny sighs tiredly.
Phew. That was easier than I thought.
No kidding.
And I'm sure I'll do better next time. I'm so excited to have learned something new. Thank you.
Here, I have a question now. Trying to find Vivian's scent. Do you know where it might
Updated
be?
my journal.
Maybe. I saw that mean Marissa sneaking out of Vivian's room one night. Now, I'm not saying she took it, but I know Marissa's not a very nice person, and that sure sounds suspicious, huh? I'll go ask her about it.
And then he nods at you. Thanks, I had another question. I'm trying to find Marissa's Crimson Veil. Do you know where it might be?
Updated my journal.
I'll bet I do. I saw that nasty Kamasi Addertongue sneaking out of Marissa's room one night. They're both meanies, you know, but Kamasi's really awful. Anyway, I'd talk to her first.
That's all I wish to know. Farewell, Nenny. Some questions. I was told you were seen sneaking away from Marissa's chambers recently. Is that connected with her missing veil somehow? Kamasi flies into a rage.
Who told you that?
She suddenly falls silent, glaring at you through narrowed eyes.
If I was there, Burke, I didn't take her filthy veil. Search my room if you'd like. I catch you sniffing at my britches, though. I'll see to it you're never allowed in here again.
Why would anyone ever sniff at your
Updated my
britches?
journal.
Beats me. Someone's nicked more than a few pairs of them, though. My favorite leather brazier, too, with the iron studs.
She humps angrily. Pry bar.
Forced it.
Marissa's cold, cruel voice hisses out from the darkness.
It returns. You have a reason for coming this time, I trust? Or just more of your pointless questions?
More pointless questions, Marissa. I was told you were seen sneaking away from Vivian's chambers recently. Is that connected with her missing scent somehow?
Updated my journal.
Marissa says nothing, through an angry hissing issue from the darkness around her. Or though an...
Yes. I've been known to creep into Vivian's chamber for some of her perfumes. Though I doubt you'll meet another here who hasn't. If you're implying that I've got her personal scent, well, feel free to sniff around. You'll not find it on me or in my chambers. I assure you. Perhaps whoever took my crimson veil took Vivian's scent as well.
All I wish to know.
I'm gone.
The man, looking slightly puzzled, nods as you approach. Greetings, sir. May I ask how you came to be here? Just came down those stairs, through that strange door I found. I'd best work on concealing it a bit better then. Shrugs and smiles at you. I'm the brothel's caretaker, by the way.
You're not supposed to be down here, really, but it's all right if you look around for a bit. Has some questions? He smiles nervously. I really shouldn't even allow you down here, let alone be chatting with you. Please, no questions for now. Tell me what this place is, at least. That's where the ladies' sensory stones are kept. They use them as diaries of a sort. You won't be able to use them if that's what you're thinking. Each of them's attuned to one particular student of the brothel, so that only she may access that stone.
Updated my journal.
Oh god, sensory stones. Sensory stones are a really funky thing from Planescape. This grayish-white stone held in a mesh of engraved silver bands pulses with light. Something was once inscribed into its base, but the writing's been scoured
Updated my
away.
journal.
Translucent indigo stone, held in a mesh of engraved silver bands, pulses with a deep blue light. Inscribed into its base is the word Juliet. Inscribed in the base is the word Nenny. You move. Inscribed to the word Echo. Vivian. This one's gonna be Marissa. Sai Saris. Laura. Yves. Okay. Interesting. That's all that's down here? Hi, Kaz. How are you?
I'm gone.
A strange cubic creature seems to be as much machine as it is organic. As you approach the thing, it silently stares at you with wide, unblinking eyes. Its face hasn't the slightest trace of emotion on it. Come on, Chief. We're in a building full of some of the sexiest chits this side of the multiverse, and you're stopping to talk to Modrons? I'll greet the Modron. Its voice has a metallic, reverberating quality to it, as if it were more a sound played on some warped musical instrument than true speech. Your greeting is returned. A soft click as the creature blinks. An awkward silence hangs in the air between the two of you. Had some questions? Identify yourself to us. I'm Adon. Creature tilts forward, then back, on its metallic legs. Whether the movement is meant to indicate a bow or a nod, you're unsure. We would identify ourselves as Modrons, Quadron type, winged variant, to the subject Adon. Some questions for you? Trying to find Vivian's scent. We do not. If you're currently in the process of doing so, we would suggest a methodical approach in questioning each of the inhabitants of this building. Same with this. Okay. Armoire. As you make to search the armoire, its handles suddenly yank out of your grasp as the drawers slam themselves shut. A disdainful humph issues from the cabinet. Hello? Hello indeed. The armoire gives another humph. So what have we here? A rogue after some lady's frilly undergarments? Talk?
Do I? Why, yes, I do. Who are you? I am Luis, and who are you? Thoughtless, uncouth fellow, rummaging about in other people's things. Never mind that, what are you doing here? Well, sir, if you must know, I'm being an armoire. But why are you being an armoire in this brothel? I happen to have become an armoire just because I want to be an armoire, thank you very much. It's not to watch the ladies undressing, nor to have them place their soft, sweet-smelling undergarments in my drawers where they can rub against my skin. Jesus Christ. Such accusations are an insult to a practitioner of the magic arts. I'm merely soaking in the experience of what it means to be an armoire. The sights, the smells, the sensations. So all the women know about this then? Yes, yes they do. And they wholeheartedly approve of, well, not with their entire hearts exactly. And while they have not spoken of their approval in my presence, since they're not exactly aware that I am an armoire, I would not want them to know that I am anything but, and so have not been able to inquire upon the matter. Had some questions for you. Trying to find Vivian's scent. Do you know where it might be? Oh dear, yes. I had heard about that. Most unfortunate. Did you ever have the exquisite pleasure of breathing in that scent of hers? The armoire's drawers seemed to shudder with delight. Absolutely wondrous it was, but sadly no. I know not where good Lady Vivian's scent might be found. I'm trying to find Marissa's crimson veil. Do you know where it might be? I heard she used to walk about in a crimson veil, but that she had recently taken to a room and darkened it. I did not know what had occurred, so this veil of hers is missing then. Yes. Oh, can you tell me about Echo? Yes, Echo. She can't have always been mute, you know? Otherwise, I'm most certain she would have learned some other means of communicating in the meantime. Must be a recent occurrence. Hi, Erica. You returned to your normal form at will? The armoire seems to think about this for a moment. I have no need to share such secrets with the likes of you. And besides, there's no cause to change back at the present moment, since I have not yet experienced the full sensations of being an armoire. It is a complex thing to hold and sort soft, frilly clothes, smelling of wondrous woman smells. Oh my god. The drawer slides open and closed, the sound mimicking a pleasant sigh. I don't like talking to this man. You know anything about Ravel Puzzlewell? You folks who have dwelled in Sigil for any length of time don't. I must wonder, though, what is it about her you wish to know? Need to find her. You're mad, you know? Quite mad? Utterly barmy, I believe, is the common term for it. Ravel was banished from Sigil long ago, and if she's not dead, you'll wish you were, should you somehow succeed in finding her. She devoured all those who sought her out before. It said it will likely do you the same disservice. I would leave well enough alone. I'll need something from you to keep quiet about this one. Very well, Posh. Open the third drawer, you scallywag. You reach your hand into the drawer, it slams shut on your fingers with great force. Searing pain races through your hand as you withdraw your battered fingers. Haha, cretin, idiot. Open the drawer, I said, and you reach in. He slams his door again for emphasis, then begins shaking with laughter. I'm gonna tell him right now. First, I would tell you this one thing. I have been popping in and out of the brothel for a good long time. I'm quite knowledgeable regarding both its occupants and their activities. I assure you that talking about me is utterly worthless. Not only will you lose me as a potential source of information, but I'll simply disappear before someone comes to investigate your claims, leaving you looking the fool.
How may I help you?
Like to join me? Let's try this again. You mean you wouldn't be interested in traveling with an immortal amnesiac who's searching the plains for himself?
Oh, I would be extremely interested.
She smiles slightly.
Such a suggestion is intriguing. Make no mistake about that.
And you would like to travel with me then?
If you wish me to, then there's something you must do for me. There are 10 students in this establishment. I would like you to speak to all of them, then return to me with your thoughts. Then we shall see if we shall travel together or not.
Okay.
Updated my journal.
How may I help you?
I spoke to 9 of the students as you asked, but I could not find the 10th.
And you could not find the 10th student? How curious.
Thinking the 10th student is me, in which case I've spoken to all of them? She nods.
Very well. And your thoughts?
You should get rid of all the armoires in the brothel and use them as firewood. I've learned what it means to aspire to be a sensate, and that it's better to go in search of experience rather than have it come to you. Fall from Grace nods.
Very well. I will travel with you if you still desire my company.
I do.
I've learned some new tricks. Oh, Mistress High and Mighty will be joining us. What do we need her for?
You couldn't possibly understand.
I wish she would fall from great height. I might even bump her off myself.
New party member. She is fully immune to fire and electricity? She's also got 2 attacks by default. What class is she? Also, hot damn, these stats. She's a priest. Interesting. Wait, if she's a priest, that means that we can actually get healing spells now.
All right.
Yes?
Done.
I am curious if we'll be able to do something else here with Fall from Grace here with us. Fall from Grace is such a good, like, succubus name, though. Oh. Greetings, sir. The man turns to Fall from Grace. And greetings, Mistress Grace. Rest assured I'll keep the Lady's sensory stones in order while you're away. Man turns back to you. Have
excuse me, I have several things to tend to. Farewell, sir. Oh, I also forgot to check her inventory. Chastity bonus. Awesome. Looks like it's made from paper-thin silver sheets. The engraving of a woman is on the cover of the text. There's a small lock on the side of the book. No matter how you try, the lock resists your attempts to open it. What's up with chastity in this plane?
I'm gone.
I don't know. It has come up a lot, hasn't it? Massey's said someone's been taking things from her room too. Have you seen anything odd?
Updated my journal.
Nenny's eyes suddenly go wide.
Oh, that's right. You know, once I saw a man sneaking out of Kimassi's room while she was out talking to a patron. I watched the front doors all that day, but he never ever left. Isn't that odd? I don't think he would have made it out a window, and so I never figured out where he went. And I totally forgot about it. Weird, huh?
This is Lewis, the talking armoire. I had some questions. Nenny told me she saw a man leaving Kimassi's Addertongue's room. I think it was you, Lewis. Think? How could you be so alarmingly rude? So ludicrously presumptuous as to spout forth such an accusation without being absolutely certain of your charges? How dare you, impertinent brassy cur? Why, I ought to... As Lewis rails and curses, his drawers open and close. You notice a small bundle of crimson cloth tucked alongside some clothes. The repeated opening and closing of the armoire drawers make it difficult to grab, however. I'll wait for an opportunity. Stand poised at the edge of the armoire. It keeps gabbing on and on, but it never seems to stay open long enough for you to grab the cloth. I'll try to snap my hand in. Simply cannot move your hand quickly enough to snatch the crimson cloth from within Lewis. The most you could accomplish would be getting your fingers crushed. The armoire talks like it's a Redditor. Yeah, I mean, it basically is. Give me that crimson cloth. Shan't, won't, never. I'll pull open the drawer. The drawer remains closed. You hear it puffing and wheezing from the exertion. Go away, you barbarian. Give me that crimson cloth, Lewis. Beg and whine for the cloth. Oh, please stop that rubbish. It's quite tiresome and transcends all known meanings of the word boredom. Beg and whine some more. Stop. How tediously dull. You're making me quite drowsy. Keep begging and whining. The armoire yawns, exposing the crimson cloth where it rests snugly beside some undergarments. You dart your hand in and seize it before the drawer can close itself. Tucking it away, you notice that it's perfumed with a light, exotic, and most pleasant fragrance. Damn it, you rogue, blackguard, scoundrel! You give that back this instant! That's not yours. It's an exceedingly personal garment that belongs to a lady of this establishment. They would not appreciate you fondling their private things.
Oh, but it's all right for you, you wooden pervert?
I'm not doing anything so criminal and malicious as you are. I'm merely soaking in sensations necessary to my growth as an individual.
Yes, yes, farewell, Lewis. This has been one hell of a, like, weird episode of this, hasn't it? Actually, I've brought your Crimson Veil.
And then, would you please hand it over?
Of course, here you are.
Updated my journal.
You hold the Crimson Veil before you and feel her take it from your hands.
Ah, yes, much better.
Two shining points of red light appear before you as she opens her eyes.
So that's what you look like. Perhaps I would have been better off with my eyes shut.
I have a question. Trying to find Vivian's scent. Do you know where it might be?
I feel stronger.
Some questions.
Try a hive gutter. Or perhaps it's just that... Or that's just a similar aroma. To be serious, though, Marissa stole it.
Marissa, are you sure?
No, but I'm hoping you'll go stomping into her room and upset her enough to do something awful to you.
Welcome in, Nocturnal Thing. How are you? How was your stream? What were you streaming? For those of you who don't already know me, hi, I'm Maddie. I'm a variety streamer. I stream lots of RPGs, lots of visual novels. We're currently working our way through Planescape Torment, though I'm very close to deciding I need to take a break from it just to prevent burnout.
And I've also been told that I have a really nice voice.
After 9 hours of crowd control Skyrim, tired? Oh my god. Trying to find Vivian's scent. No. I've been in this area literally the entire stream. Yeah, nice. Some questions. An ominous silence hangs over the armoire. There's no reply. You're certain it's still Lewis. You can practically feel the hatred radiating from the wood, but he won't speak a word to you. So long. Why did the door shut? Don't mind me pry barring open your Don't attack people. Had some questions. Trying to find Vivian's scent. Do you know where it
Updated
might
my
be?
journal.
No, I don't.
Kasai frowns.
Most of the women will say she's prissy, but she's always been nice enough to me, complimenting me on my eyes. And she smells so good. I hope she finds her own scent again soon. Try asking Nenny about it. She's everywhere at once and might have seen something.
Yeah. Have a good rest. I feel like I might have fucked up giving the veil to Marissa before being like, hey,
Done.
slender young man approaches you wearing a somewhat worried expression. 1,000 pardons, sir, but I'm looking for a certain man, and I think you might be able to help me. Oh, how so? I'm a messenger, sir, who seeks a man it's said cannot die. A scarred man for whom death is nothing but the most trivial of annoyances. You match the admittedly vague description I was given, sir, and I'd wonder if you were he. Yes, that's me. He nods, then bows deeply to you. A message for you, then, sir. Mistress Jolmy of House Sirma, a lady of high standing, has sent me. Mistress Jolmy would meet you at the Civic Fest Hall, where she would make a proposal, of which I know nothing to you. Should you choose to seek her out, she wears green silks trimmed with gold, and has a hair the color of blue steel. That is the extent of my message, sir. Farewell. Where's the Civic Fest Hall?
My journal.
It's in the northeastern part of the Clerk's Ward, sir. It is a large structure and should be easy to spot. Farewell for now, sir. Farewell. This narrow-eyed, sharp-faced man is scanning his surroundings. Look of vague disinterest, pausing occasionally to look down and pick at his fingernails. Despite being clothed in silk and velvet finery, he manages to look unsavory and more than a little dangerous. Greetings. Man looks your way. His eyes are dark slits, like narrow stab wounds beneath his brow. Voice is low and gruff, despite his slender build. Pike off. Had some questions? You think I wander the ward looking for some strangers to spill dark for? Now pike off. Why are you here then? Be surly with passerby? Heh. He stands quietly for a moment, then breaks a crooked smile. That's good, that. He considers you for a moment. I'm a tutor at the Civic Fest Hall. Name's Havelock. Eli Havelock. As a veteran scout, I teach you the art of subterfuge. Neat.
I don't think so.
A jumble murder sense. This stern-looking older woman seems to be looking for someone. Her eyes fix upon your face as you approach her.
You there. Might I have a word with you?
Yes, you're Jolmy, correct? I spoke to your messenger.
Updated my journal.
I am pleased to meet you then.
She gives you a slight bow.
I would make you a somewhat unusual proposal. Though I must admit you're an unusual man. I'll give you 1,000 copper commons for your permission to kill you. Are you open to discussion in the matter?
Sure, why not? After a short discussion, it comes down to the following terms. Jomi will pay you 2,000 copper commons. In return, you'll allow her to drive a dagger into your heart. She'll wait for you to awaken, at which point she'll give you the coin. Sure, why not? Why would I not do this? I quick saved immediately before this. Sure, let's do it. The affair is over in moments. She's already cleaned her blade and put it away by the time you've recovered. After picking yourself up off the fest hall floor, Jomi hands you several rolls of copper coins while you rub your aching chest.
It's somewhat disappointing, I must admit. Oh well, coin well spent nonetheless. Farewell.
Yes, farewell.
Updated my journal.
What do you mean there's just a random woman who wants to stab you in the heart for $2,000? I think that's the best joke this game has made so far. That's saying something. This game has been pretty damn funny, actually. This towering man's golden skin sparkles slightly, almost as if it were metallic. Whether it's his actual flesh or merely painted on, you cannot tell. He regards you coolly as you approach, giving a respectful bow as you draw near. Welcome to the Civic Fest Hall, traveler. We're Splinter, doorman to the Fest Hall and priest king of Ur. How may we help you? Despite his humble offer of aid, his voice is powerful and commanding. A deep and rumbling sound that resonates throughout the chamber. How can you help me? We do many things in this fine hall, traveler. We answer questions guests might have regarding it or its inhabitants. We direct both visitors and members of the Society of Sensation alike to the sensoriums or lecture halls. We also accept new members into the Society. Lastly, it is through us that purchases from the Society's vaults are made. Spells, items, and such. How would I buy something? Must be a member of the Society of Sensation. I also just realized that, she has AC 0? That's awesome. Oh, right, AC is reversed, yeah. I think I'm gonna put this in my wisdom. Oh, I totally forgot. I actually had something that I wanted to do. Like, I was thinking about stuff, off stream for this. And there was a couple of things that I wanted to do. One of them was checking out Farod's, corpse, because we saw him get killed. The other one was, I wanted to go back to the hive. and go to the tattoo parlor.
This is one of Fell's studios, is it not? I have long wanted to meet him.
Protection from evil, not usable by evil characters. I wonder why. You bless. Oh, interesting. The tattoos you can buy get updated with like all of the side quests that we've done, because this was the side quest that we did yesterday, and so is this. Grosuk was the Abishai that we killed yesterday. Invokes improved strength. Why does this look like the one lady from Doctor Who who's like the skin? Also, one to damage with all attacks is pretty good. Insight, revelation, by mages, wisdom, dexterity. It's for con, charisma, base HP, armor class. Is 2E like 3.5 where a monk adds their wisdom to their defense? I don't think so. I know that 5E is. I'm currently playing a monk in 5E and I've got 18 AC with no armor. But so I'm thinking I want to buy the, where is it? Hey, look, Tattoo of Accuracy just gives you a straight bump to your Thaco rating. Okay, people who know second edition better than I do, because I forgot again. Your Thaco, like, that makes it more likely that I hit the opponent, right? If I increase my Thaco, it makes it more likely that I'm hitting the opponent, right? Not the other way around. Welcome in, Dragon Impact. How are you? Oh, that's like all of my money. Oh, wait. It shouldn't be. Do I have a third one selected? I do. Oh, that's really good, though. But, like, if I do this, that's, like, all of my money. Thaco is weapons roll difficulty to hit armor class 0. And hitting armor class. So hitting armor class 0 is what you need to do to hit, right? I swear, this is making me sound really fucking dumb. You know what? Despite the fact that this is like all of my money, I think I'm gonna do this. Average peasant has an AC of 10.
All right.
Do I have extra punch daggers that I could give to Fall from Grace?
Yes?
Oh wait, she actually can't
I'm gone.
because she's a priest. She can't use bladed weapons. That actually didn't get changed until like what, 4E? If that. Smiling man nods cheerfully at you when you approach. Welcome to my cafe, good sir. What might I serve you? Some wine, perhaps? No wine, but I had some questions. The man gives you a helpless sort of look. Humblest apologies, sir, but I make a policy to serve drinks and nothing more. You shall have to look elsewhere for conversation, I'm afraid. Are you certain you wouldn't like a drink? Or some bread and cheese, perhaps? Basically, you hit if the enemy's attack roll is greater than the weapon's Thaco minus enemy AC. Is it minus enemy AC or plus enemy AC?
I'm gone. All right. All right.
This man is dressed in soft blue robes covered with intricate designs. Despite their opulence, however, the robes look wrinkled and worn. You place the man's age somewhere between middle age and early 60s. The worry lines make an exact determination difficult. As you enter, the man turns slowly toward you. As he does, you're suddenly struck with a terrible sense that you know this man, or did at one time. Greetings? Man squints as if trying to place you. Yes, is there something that I can help you with? Who are you?
Updated my journal.
I am... Yanis studies you and frowns. Were you looking for me? Let's say you roll 15 to hit. Echo of your weapon is 20, target's AC is 10. So your 15 is less than 20. Or... Huh. Okay, so... Okay, so, that's why negative is good, because then rather than subtracting from your Thaco, it increases it. I don't know, what is this place? I'm an advocate. These are my offices. And Annis's voice takes on an irritated edge. Do you seek counsel? If not, perhaps you'd best test your curiosity elsewhere. Advocate? What's
Updated
that?
my journal.
Orte breaks in with a whisper. He's saying he's a lawyer, a counselor. One of those Burks who rattle their bone boxes at the courts. Man, could you imagine, like... could you imagine Sigil, like, Ace Attorney? That would fuck. Yes, Ender? I hope you're doing good, Ender. Yanis's frown deepens. An advocate provides counsel, helps others navigate the labyrinths of Sigil's legal system, arranges legacies for citizens to ensure their property is divided as they choose upon death, defends those in Sigil's courts who have been wrongfully accused. Pauses. Did you need help in any of these areas? Literally just play Tyrion Cuthbert. Yeah, but like see, Fantasy Ace Attorney isn't anything new. We're literally playing Professor Layton vs. Phoenix Wright currently. But something about the idea of doing it in the setting of Sigil specifically seems really funky to my brain. Also, I may or may not also be working on my own Fantasy Ace Attorney currently. They're contracts that are deliverable at the death of the client. They provide specifics on how a person's possessions are to be divided on the event of their demise. I've also heard them called wills. But yeah, I hope you're doing good, Ender. I see. Anything like Dustman contracts? Oh my, no. The Dustman contracts, while they're deliverable at the time of the client's death, bequeath the client's body to the Dustman. Not a pleasant business at all. But some who are poor of means find the Dustman contract to be a means of support. How would one go about invalidating a Dustman contract?
Updated my journal.
He frowns slightly. One that's already signed. Little or nothing can be done once the signature is in place. The Dustman contract is quite specific on the destination of the corpse after death. Without the destruction of the contract, there really is nothing that can be done. I see. Do I owe you anything for this information? I'm not the sort to charge others for giving them aid of this sort. He smiles slightly. I'm an advocate, not a rug merchant. Greed is not permitted to step into my office. Little tummy ache. Thank you, I'm grateful. Perhaps there's something else you could help me with. Excuse me for asking, but are you alright? You must excuse me.
As of late, I've been beset by troubles. I'm afraid it has been a rather trying time these past few years. Anything I could help with? No, there's little that can be done. He nods at you. Nevertheless, I appreciate your offer. Thank you. Perhaps talking about your troubles will ease your mind? Yanis laughs. I do not wish to burden you. I lost my daughter not long ago. There was also the fire, but that is another matter. Tell me about your daughter? Instantly, Yanis seems to collapse into himself. Yes, his businesslike facade drains from his face to be replaced with cold despair. My daughter, Dianara, passed away some time ago. I saw a woman by that name interred at the mortuary memorial hall. Yes, I arranged for a bier to be placed at the memorial hall. There's no body there, of course, but I hoped the bier would serve as a marker by which she may find her way home. Big hat. Do you know where Dianara and this man went on their journey? She never said. I'm not certain she was capable of saying where they had gone. Must have been a terrible place. Do you know anything of this man that she journeyed with? Little. I barely even knew of his existence until she had departed. By then it was too late to have known him. How did she die? I do not know. Her body was never recovered. Yanis's face turns blood red and his hands clench into fists. That is perhaps the most maddening part of this misery. I'll never know what possessed her to run off like that, what happened to her, nor where her body lies now. I see. Tell me about this fire. There's nothing much to say about the matter. It was a strange localized fire. I cannot imagine what would have been precious in documents that were burned. But someone must have wanted them destroyed. Any look in locating the person responsible? No. Neither the Harmonium nor the Mercy Killers have had any fortune in locating the person responsible. Can you tell me what was burned? A number of old legacies were burned, and some mementos and other keepsakes of value only to me.
Updated my journal.
I'm gonna make a quick save real quick before I go stepping on any emotional landmines. Saw a woman by that name interred at the mortuary hall. She'd become a ghost and claimed she knew me. What? Yanis looks flustered. What did you just say? Spirit now resides in the memorial hall. Then you'd best be speaking figuratively. Yanis looks furious. If so, then I have no time for your wordplay. No, my words are literal. Her spirit resides in the memorial hall. She has become a spirit. Yes. I'll have to seek her out. See if I can communicate with her. See what's kept her here, her state. How do you know she's become a spirit? I don't like the phrasing of this, but like, Spoke with her for a time and she seems to be in distress. Spoke to her? Yanis seems to be more confused by the moment. What distresses her? Hi, Not. How are you? I loved her. $26 months, jeez. Over 2 years of loved her. Me, apparently. She said that she loved me and that I had loved her, and that I had forsaken her. I see. Perhaps... Yanis frowns and studies you. His face has become like stone. Are you the one who... one she left Sigil with? The one who led her on the journey that killed her? I'm not certain. I think I may be that man, but I've forgotten much. You? Yanis looks you up and down. You're the one. You say you've forgotten? Yanis draws himself up. He looks like he's squaring himself for battle. Forgotten? The incident was not so long ago. How can this be? I have a strange condition. I lose myself for a time. Anything you can tell me about myself or your daughter would be invaluable. Countless liars have I known in my tenure in this city. Yanis studies you intently. Do not strike me as one of them. At least on this matter. He sighs. If you truly do not remember, then whatever befell you and my daughter on your journey must have left deep scars. I'm inclined to agree. Can I ask for your word on this? If your memory returns and you discover what's happened to my daughter, return to me, so that my mind may at last rest for this matter. I will do that. Very well, then. Now leave. I wish to be alone with my thoughts. Very well. See Yanis. He turns as you enter and affixes you with a tired gaze. There are dark sacs beneath his eyes, and he looks as if he's not been sleeping. Greetings. You again. Yanis frowns slightly as he stares at you. What is it you want this time? Some questions. Tell me about your daughter. Say she was a sensate. Yes. He becomes slightly more animated, as if warming himself on a precious memory. She had joined them because of her gift, and the fact there was so much about the multiverse that she wanted to experience. Sensates led themselves readily to sharing of experience and sensation. Gift.
Updated my journal.
Oh, yes. Yanis nods. My daughter had the blood of an oracle running in her veins, but it was an unreliable talent. At times, she could predict events before they took place. She had sight. She could see through time itself, sift through the threads of fate. Must have been a very useful talent indeed.
All right.
Is this another entrance to Undersigil? It is. Oh, that's extra fun. Oh. Chat? Are we alive? Oh no. Game crash. Luckily, we were saved literally right here, but
All right.
oh my god, that's a lot of these.
Seems.
Things true.
This is what I get for getting discreet.
Oh,
Spell.
See that?
I fear I've been wounded.
man, maybe I shouldn't have come into Undersigil. Maybe the game crashing was a, maybe it was a sign.
Yes.
She has Call Lightning? I'm gonna just reload.
Done.
And here I was thinking I was hot shit because I had high AC.
All right.
A short, scholarly man, a tight, nervous frown on his face, looks you up and down. Greetings, I am Finam. I must beg your pardon, sir, but I care little for guests, invited or otherwise. So unless you have business with me, I'd ask that you leave. I have some questions. I would have you know that I'm a scholar and a linguist, sir. While I shall happily entertain any questions regarding my field of study, language and the like, I can be of no help to you in other matters. Very well.
I'm gone.
Verischika? The sharp-featured woman's appearance is attractive, though somewhat disturbing. With her blue-black skin and bright yellow eyes, she examines you. A small pair of bat-like wings unfold from her back, then seem to settle onto her skin.
Well, well. A floating, disembodied... Prevaricating? Skull. And fall from grace, or whatever it is you call yourself now. Truly a pleasure to see you here. What do I owe the honor of your visit? I thought that you rarely trafficked among our kind anymore.
She glances at you for a moment with the same faint sneer.
Or is your assignment here almost finished? I do not know what assignment you're referring to, Verischika. Though your presence here brings with it many questions. Last I had heard, you were a standard bearer for the company of the Vulture. How did you come to Sigil?
She replies curtly, firing a question back like an arrow.
By choice. And you? Where will your orders take you next?
She suddenly turns to you.
You see, little man.
Verischika smiles, as if savoring the words.
The best temptress is the one that can make you buy into an illusion of being both promiscuous yet virtuous at the same time. A prostitute princess, as it were. Mistress Grace is among the greatest. She turns to fall from grace. Are you not? You would not think that a score 1,000 years of slavery had left their scars, no?
Fall from Grace speaks with a coldness you've never heard before. The air almost becomes ice as she dissects Varys Chica with her gaze.
That is enough. Very well. Though you're the ones who came into my emporium.
Varys Chica looks to you. He narrows her eyes.
You're the scarred man who's been going around asking all the questions.
She looks up to you, or she looks you up and down.
You sure look lost. Did you want to come in really, or are you just casing the place because you have nothing better to do? Because Varys Chica,
She indicates herself.
can help you.
Did have some questions. Let me see the merchandise.
Would you care to examine the weapons and charms, or some of my more exotic acquisitions?
Exotic. Smiles as you look at the various shelves in the middle of the shop.
If you see nothing you like here, there are more items toward the front and back of the store as well.
Metallic cube figurine. You examine a small metal replica of a cube-like creature with huge eyes on one of its faces. The toy has 2 legs, 2 arms, and 2 folding wings, and at least 18 points of articulation. Varys Chica smiles as you pick it up.
A collector's item, perhaps. Or a piece of artwork. Who knows? But I like it. And if you do buy it, ask around. Someone might know more about it than I. You can have it for only 1,500 copper coins.
Jeez. It's an important cube-like creature.
Done.
I really need to find more money.
All right.
Beautiful cloaks, let me have at him.
I wonder if that woman will, give me $2,000 to let her stab me again. Jilme turns her hard eyes on you. There's a glint of recognition as they pass over your face.
Yes.
Had some questions. There are others who might answer your questions. Okay.
All right.
Had some questions. Want to buy something from the Sensate Vaults. But I am a member, Splinter. I simply have not been here in a long, long while. I've had many experiences in my absence, as many as the scars upon my body. He narrows his eyes, harming as he looks you over. Very well, we shall grant you access to those privileges allowed only to members of the Society of Sensation. If you can show us what sensations you've gathered recently. Alright, I'm ready. We would ask for 5 sensations, then each pertaining to one of the body's senses, or a single experience which has strong elements of all 5 sentences. I have a single experience to contribute.
When I woke up, not knowing where I was, on a cold, blood-slicked iron slab in the bowels of the mortuary, a place where only the dustmen or the corpses in their care have seen. Go on. My entire body reeked of embalming fluid, but even the smell of that was not enough to match the coppery scent of gore around me. Dozens of bodies lie on countless bloody slabs like the one I rose from, all in the process of being gutted, flayed, and the like by nightmarish clockwork devices for reasons unknown. The only sounds that were the squeals of labored metal and the unsteady tread of undead workers as they push the slabs about the mortuary on rusted iron tracks. He nods. A disturbing experience. Even left out the part with the chattering skull that flew up at me as soon as I was upright. Will it suffice, Splinter? Yes, we welcome you back, traveler. Grant you access to those privileges allowed only to members of the Society of Sensation. My thanks. I had a question. Power word blind. Level 8 wizard? Oh my god. This isn't the type of merchant who will let me sell shit. Do I have anybody that can use this currently? Hmm. Becoming a wizard is how you beat this game. Like, actually, have you played this game before, Lobster?
Done.
One of your favorite CRPGs. It's very good. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. I only just found out earlier today that they made a second Icewind Dale that never got an enhanced edition because, like,
All right.
supposedly they lost the source code for it. I do want that cube statue. I figured as much. I do have minor spoilers about one thing that I think that cube statue is tied to. It's just a matter of, like, I don't have a whole lot of money currently. One of the best characters is tied to it. But yeah, it's definitely been an interesting experience playing this. I'm trying to think, what would be a good way of getting money? Because, like, I feel like I spent a whole bunch of money on the tattoos. I mean, I guess I could like run around stealing shit, but I'm scared that if I start stealing shit, it's gonna affect my alignment. Despite the fact that I've been a good noodle.
All right.
Wander the hives. That was more or less what I figured, was it was just gonna be wait for people to jump you and then counter jump them. Man, you lot are weak as shit. Yeah. And then batch sell it so that the items don't depreciate in value.
You see that?
All right.
$4. $9.
Come on in, Cutter. Come on in, Cutter. You're gonna love this.
Nobody wants to fight me. I do need to go back and talk to Sevtai again.
All right.
Sevtai was up over here, I believe. This is like a very early game quest.
You again.
The woman turns to face you, her lips peeling back in a snarl.
You have news for Sevtai.
Found the starved dogs barking and penned 3 of them in the dead book.
Updated my journal.
The powers be not blind in their justice this day.
The woman reaches into her spider-like hair and draws forth a copper earring.
Here you are. A pretty bit it should fetch. 'Tis worth 33 coppers at least. I'm sure it belonged to one of me sisters, but she won't be needing it anymore.
I find it funny that I'm apparently still carrying around the portal key for that portal up there.
All right. I'm gone.
Man nods the slightest greeting. Have you done what I asked you to? Found out what he's up to? Yes, Farad's supply of dead bodies is coming from the catacombs beneath the sigil. He makes a lot of jinx selling corpses to the dustmen already buried back to them.
Updated my journal.
His eyes widen in surprise, then he begins to shout. How in Baator did he get down there, that piking bastard? You want to know how? That'll be extra.
All right, have what I'm paying you on top of what I'm giving you already. 150 coppers in all. Deal? Double it and it's a deal. That's what I'll pay, no more. Well, you think very carefully about your next words, Burke. Deal. His bolt hole is actually a cavern complex that leads to a small city block buried beneath Ragpicker Square. From there, there's a gate that leads down into the catacombs.
Updated my journal.
I can't believe that bastard's luck. I actually think his luck ran out. He's dead. What? It slowly sinks in. Oh, the lady's blessed me today. Aye, she has. Here's your jink cutter. Enjoy it.
Done.
And we had one in here. At the
All right.
Nope, that's not the bar. This is the bar.
Done.
Was Emmerich? Where's Emmerich? Here's Emmerich. I have some questions for you. Spoke to Farad and discovered where Farad's getting the bodies he brings to you. They come from the catacombs beneath Sigil. He's taken the bodies you've buried and selling them back to you. Or when you bury them, he just digs them up again. Emmerich falls silent, staring at you with a stony gaze. You're suddenly struck with the feeling that his eyes are burrowing into your skull. Emmerich nods. Done a service for the Dustman. He removes his hands from his sleeves, then lets his long sleeves drape across the table like a curtain. When he pulls them back, a small lapis lazuli coffin lies upon the table. It's a tiny thing, barely 2 inches wide and 3 inches long. Dustman symbol is engraved on the coffin lid. As you pick up the coffin, it chirrups and unfolds and dissolves into a stream of hundreds of copper pieces, which you somehow manage to keep from spilling across the floor at the bar. How all these coins fit into that tiny coffin is beyond you. Take my leave. Farewell. Thank you for the money. That's basically all I'm here for.
Done. I'm gone.
Oh, someone's mad. You. Squad, kill.
You see that?
I could probably try to pickpocket, can't I?
Why not? Not this time. Aye?
If this is anything like Baldur's Gate, like, the odds of this working are, like, really fucking low.
Shadows. Right.
I'm gone. All right.
Our faced middle-aged man starts when you approach him and reaches for his belt. Finding no weapon there, he simply backs away from you. You can see that beneath his collector's robe, his lower legs and forearms are swathed in filth-encrusted bandages. What you want? Just the answers to some questions? Covered in bandages, what happened to you? We got a bit bit up by a ghoul down below while I was looking about for stuff to sell off. I see. Bar, open this damn door. You open the gate for me.
I'm gone.
I'm actually really surprised that these are trying to attack me. They were passive earlier.
I'm gone.
I don't have an 18 intelligence, do I? I have a 17 intelligence. Ugh.
Forced it.
Gashed it in a half.
3 skulls. Oh, you're so distressed. Can I help you find your name again? Oh, I
Updated
know
my
it.
journal.
Chest, spiked chest, bolted down near my tomb. Okay. I'm just kind of wandering currently, like... Here's the dump chest where I keep all of my random shit. Do you have any new wares to offer?
Done.
Oh, it sounds like they're having a fun time down here. Large tomb has a short inscription carved onto it. Here lies the beloved mother of Bajin. The last part of the inscription is illegible. Lovely.
Done.
Okay. Found the tomb, but the name was ruined, illegible.
Updated my journal.
No, cannot be. Why don't you choose a new name? Stands there watching you silently. Understand you can choose a new name. Shakes her head as backing away as if frightened, but no. And you see how you've changed? Would your true name fit you any longer? She pauses, putting her hands to her cheeks. A corpse bites her lower lip. Yes, see, you can let your old name go now. Become something new. What? Who? What name? Anything you like. Anything. She stands quietly for a time, staring at the floor. Suddenly, she raises her head. Name me.
Updated my journal.
Think of a name, but before you can speak it, the zombie hushes you, drawing close and cupping a hand over her ear. You whisper the name to her, and the corpse nods, then smiles. Yes, thank you. Okay. I mean, that was worth it for the EXP alone, but still.
I'm gone.
Bar? I didn't know there was a toll. How much is it? I don't know if I feel like paying that much. Really? Suppose I can do that. Grab it and it's yours. As he reaches for the coins, you grab his arm. He tries to struggle out of your grasp, but you finally manage to pin it up against the gate and wrench it around. He gasps in pain. Now let me in or I'll tear you to pieces. We have no more of your games. He hastens to open the gate, where you make good on your threat, and stands far out of your reach as you pass through the gate. Learned our lesson, have we? Let's see a little more respect next time. Farewell. Yeah.
I'm gone.
You know, I find it really odd that my spellcaster party members don't cast spells like without me manually being like, hey, throw a spell at that guy.
I'm gone.
Okay. Oh, look. More money. A shadow? Excuse me?
Done.
Ah. Well, that's the first time we've seen one of those.
I'm gone.
Okay. So, that is going to be it for me for tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. I think I need a break. I know I've been saying that for the last, like, 3 streams of this
It
game.
wouldn't kill you to say a few words to me, Fiendly. Or hug me. Or kiss me.
Yes, thank you, Morte. It's really funny. I put a poll in the Discord being like, hey, which Pokemon game should I stream if I end up taking a break from Planescape? And I put Legends ZA and Pokemon Scarlet on there, and I am like 99% sure that Legends ZA won. But the funny thing is, I was thinking earlier today while we were, you know, going through the brothel area, I was thinking today, like, damn, maybe I should do Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I've been wanting to go back to Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, but like, if I go back to Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, do I start a new one, or do we continue the adventures of Hash Brown? Because there is more that we can do with Red Rescue Team, or with Rescue Team DX, I should say. There's actually quite a bit more that we can do. because we've got the legendary beasts we can still recruit. We've got Mew that we still need to go through that fucking 100 floor dungeon again to do. It's a lot. But yeah, I was thinking that that might be fun. But yeah, I don't know. I'll I'll figure something out. I don't think we'll see if I end up streaming tomorrow, because tomorrow is my usual day off that I haven't taken in like 4 weeks. And I feel like I've been starting to feel the not taking a break in 4 weeks a bit. But we'll see how motivated I am to we'll see how motivated I am to stream. But yeah, if I do stream tomorrow, I promise you it will not be Planescape. As much as I am enjoying Planescape, this game is very, very text dense. And it, as much as I love it, and as much as I am enjoying doing the voices for it and the story that's going on, I am getting a bit, like, it's weird because it's not even necessarily burnout. It's just a matter of like, um, there's this thing that happens sometimes with like really, really dense dialogue games for me, where as I'm reading it, you know how like some people go to sleep to people reading shit to them, and like you start like having somebody read something to you for a while and you start getting drowsy. That happens to me. It's like I'm reading myself a bedtime story, because like by the end of these streams I am very tired. Which, I mean, part of it's due to, you know, the daylight savings time shift and all that. But part of it is also just due to the like reading that much dialogue really takes a lot out of you. But yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking Pokemon could be fun to do if I end up actually going with the poll. I know that I put the poll out. I put the poll out as like a, if I were to do Pokemon, which one should I do? But Legends ZA seems like it would be fun to do. Um, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll actually take a day off like I'm supposed to, and actually have a day to like reset. Here is your raid message. We are going to go poke the Turt. The Turt is playing Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader, which is also a CRPG. But yeah, I hope to see you here either tomorrow if I end up streaming, or the day after if I don't end up streaming. I'll post updates in the Discord. You know me. You know me. Chances are I'll be like 20 minutes after my normal start time, and I'll be like, suddenly I've decided I want to stream tonight. But yeah. Have a good one and take care, everyone.